What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Today on this video we'll be applying the trigonometric identities to solve some of the problems that you may come across while you're writing your exam or during your studies. Now this one here is very important because you need to understand the cos diagram, you need to understand the intervals, you need to understand where the sine, the cos and the tan are positive in our cos diagram, and the identities as well, if I had to add. Now let's look at this problem here. Now this problem, you are given information here. The first information that is given to you is this one here. They say to you sine theta is equal to 5/13. Now this is the information that you're going to use, very important. And also they say with theta, now they give you the interval of theta. They say the theta is greater than -90 but less than +90, meaning theta should be between -90 and greater than -90 and less than 90. So that's where your theta should be. And now they say calculate. Remember, when you calculate, they require you to draw a sketch. So you need to draw a sketch in order for you to calculate the following problem. So we have the first problem, which is gonna be sine 2 theta, and the other problem B, which is gonna be cos half theta. So you need to able to do these two problems with this information. Now, how do you tackle this type of information? First of all, you will need to draw this information on your cos diagram. So on your cos diagram, can we draw it here? I'm gonna draw the cos diagram here, guys. All right, let me just draw here. Now we have 0 here and we have 90. Now they said -90. If you go backwards, you know that -90 is supposed to be here. So they say your theta should be within -90 and 90. So when you look at this cos diagram here, it is quite obvious that you only have to focus on these two quadrants. So this is the first quadrant. Let me just write it here. This is the first quadrant, and this one here is the fourth quadrant. So meaning the second and the third quadrant, these ones are out, guys. You don't focus on them because already you've been told that your theta should be lying between those two quadrants by saying theta is greater than -90 but less than 90. So it's gonna be within these two quadrants. But then within these two quadrants, where exactly shall we draw our theta? Where is our theta between these two quadrants? Now you go back to your question. Let's go back to that information that is given to us here. Let's look at this information here, guys. Let's look at this information here. We are being given that sine theta is equal to 5/13. When you look at this problem here, when we look at this information, sine is positive. So our answer on the other side is positive 5/13. Meaning you must choose between these two quadrants, the first and the fourth. You must choose between these two quadrants where sine is positive. So it's quite obvious now that our sine is positive on this quadrant. Our sine is positive on this quadrant. Let me just change the color, guys. Let me just change the color. Let's make it black. All right. So our sine is positive on this quadrant here. I'm trying to draw it. There we go. So meaning our angle is gonna be there. So our theta is there on the first quadrant. Now look, let's go back again and check our sine theta. Remember, sine theta is equal to 5/13. If you still remember, sine, let me just write it here. Sine is equal to opposite over hypotenuse. Now if you look at this one here, We know that 5 is opposite of theta and 13 is a hypotenuse of theta. So meaning when we go and draw there, on our cast diagram, this side here, which is gonna be the opposite of theta, is gonna be 5. Alright, and then the hypotenuse, as you can see, is the longest side of the right angle triangle, is gonna be 13. Alright, so what is missing now is an adjacent of this side. Now you can calculate this adjacent on the side, man. So let's use the theorem of Pythagoras. Can we use theorem of Pythagoras? We know that r squared is equaling to x minus plus y, and then we are looking for x. Remember, x in this case is our hypotenuse. Now if we make x our formula, we're gonna have x squared, which is equaling to, we take y to the other side, whereby we're gonna have r squared minus y squared, and then we square root this to get rid of the squared. Alright, this squared and the square root, they're gonna give you x, right? And then here we're gonna be left with r squared minus y squared. Alright, now we can start substituting. Remember, what is our hypotenuse? Our r is gonna be 13 squared minus, and then our y, the one that is given to us, again is gonna be 5 squared, and this is gonna give us 12, the answer. So we know that this side now you can write and say this side is equaling to 12. Alright, so with this information now we can start solving A. So can we go to A? So if you continue, if you look at A is an identity, guys. If you still remember this identity here, sine 2 theta is the identity. So is this identity 2 sine theta multiplied by cos theta. So if you still remember this identity, guys, this is it. Yeah, there is a video whereby I did these identities. I was deriving them, in fact. So I will leave it there on the icon on top of this video. Just click on it if it happens that you didn't watch it. Now what you have to do here, you just have to substitute. So we have 2, and then what is sine theta? Well, sine theta already is given to us, is gonna be 5 over 13. Alright, multiply. So what is cos theta in this case? Cos theta, our adjacent, we did calculate it, which is 12 over 13. Alright, so what do we get here? So first of all, you have to say 5 multiplied by 2, which is gonna give us 10 multiplied by 12, which is gonna give us 120. Remember, you have to solve this without using a calculator. So your multiplication, you must be very good with your multiplication, and then you have to say 13 multiplied by 13, or 13 square, and your answer is gonna be 169. So you can leave it like this. I think the answer is fine like that. This shows that you didn't use a calculator. So this is your answer for A. Now what about B? For B, what is our answer for B? How do we solve B? Now with B also, this is a identity. As you can see, this is a half angle identity. So what is it, by the way? How do we solve this? Again, I also derived the half angles for you guys to know them. So if you haven't watched, go and watch the video. I'm gonna leave a video on top there on the icon for half angles when I derive them. But this one, when we continue, is gonna give you square root. So it's gonna be square root 1 plus cos theta divided by 2. Alright, so this is how you solve this one, guys. So let's continue. If we continue like this, I would like to do it this way, guys. Can I do it this way? I find it easier when things are like this. I can say 1 plus, what is cos theta? Now cos theta is the same as 12 over 13, right? And then divided by 2. So we rather divide it this way. I like it when it's linear like that, because we have a fraction there on the numerator, so rather deal with the fraction on the numerator. So let's continue. So this is gonna be like that. If I draw it a bit bigger, so on the numerator there, we know that the denominator is gonna be 13, and then you say 1 into 13 is 13 multiplied by 1 is gonna give you 13, and then we say 13 into 13 is gonna give you 1 multiplied by 12 is gonna have 12. Alright, so this is divided by 2. So we continue as we are continuing the way we do. So we're gonna have 25 over 13. Alright, and then we can change this into multiplication. If you change this into multiplication, this becomes half. Alright, so let's continue, guys. Let's continue. I hope you can follow through. So if we multiply here, this is our answer. So it's gonna be 1 multiplied by 25. We're gonna have 25 over 13. Sorry guys, not 13. I made a mistake. Let me just, not over 13. In fact, it's gonna be 1 multiplied by 25 is gonna give you 25, and then on the denominator is gonna be 13 multiplied by 2 is gonna give you 26. Right, so you can rationalize this and multiply by square root. Oh, sorry guys, let's continue. Let's not rationalize yet. But you can leave it like this, guys. It's still the right answer. But if you continue, what is the square root of 25? It's gonna be 5, and then we are left with 26. So we can leave it like this. This is actually the final answer. But if you want to rationalize, you can multiply by square root 26 over square root 26. Let me just do the same thing, which is same as 1, but same as 1. So if you continue there, we're gonna have 5 multiplied square root 26. So your answer is gonna be 5 square root 26. And then if you say square root 26 multiplied by square root 26, you're gonna have 26 as an answer. So this is your final answer for B. Guys, I know this took a little bit longer, but it was very, very important, because this type of a question, they do ask them sometimes and they have a lot of marks. Anyway guys, if you don't understand, don't forget to repeat, rewind and rewatch the video until you understand. And also you can leave a comment whereby you are stuck. Probably I'm gonna try to explain as much as I can. If you found this video useful, do not forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much guys for watching. Till next time, then cheers.